Good morning, welcome to another video. No, it's not Lionel Sanders, it is still Triathlon Dan. It's coming on, isn't it? It is ginger. However, I'm gonna stick with it. I might sound a little bit poorly, that's because I am. I don't know how, when I go nowhere really, I don't really see anybody other than riding a bike, I've got a cold. I can only imagine that Liz has transferred it to me because she works with children, so therefore she's passed it on. I know what you're thinking. No, I don't think it is because I don't have a cough. Other things. I've still got a sense of taste and smell. Was that it? I can't remember. Anyway, no, I don't think it is. If it continues, I might get a test though. Who knows? Anyway, this morning training is kicking the week off as I mean to go on. So I'm trying to work on my strength work. As all the gym equipment's been turning up, it's been tempted to like get it out and start it. Haven't really got the space to do it at the minute. So Liz said, leave it in the box because I've got nowhere to put the cardboard. She sounds exactly like that. I said, yes, Liz, absolutely fine. I'll wait until she's gone out and I've got it out. So I've got the Olympic bar out, which is only 6 foot long. They're normally 7 foot, I think the full size ones, but I don't need that amount of space to put the weights on. So in the garage, being a foot smaller width-wise actually helps me out a bit space-wise. That bar is 17 kilos. It's actually pretty heavy. I have got some weights, but I don't think I'll be using those for a while. So I'm going to do a little bit of my normal like core workout strength routine, but I'm going to try and squat with that. Might try a couple of bench presses. I don't think that'll happen. Yeah, anyway, enjoy. Oh, that'll do. Bench pressing that wasn't actually too bad. I think about it, I'm probably heavier than 17 kilos upper body, so doing press-ups is probably harder than doing that, so perhaps I should start with that. Yeah, big old bar, big old weights. Anyway, time to start work. It's about 8:30 in the morning now, so hopefully see you for a lunchtime run later on. I won't see you for a lunchtime run. Psyched it off. Not feeling 100%, and I'm doing the, obviously, TriathlonDan Zwift meet-up ride tonight, 1 hour zone 2. So 1 hour ride when I'm not feeling too great is sufficient. That's enough training for today. I thought I'd just walk to the post office at lunchtime just to get some fresh air, and because Liz had a parcel to collect, it's actually 3 parcels. 1, she's been spending money. 2, big things for me to hunk up the street, but whatever. Anyway, yeah, a bit of work to do this afternoon, then I'll see you in the Wattage garage for a ride this evening, shortly. What up? Why does nothing ever go to plan? So at the minute I'm just panicking and trying to get on my own meetup. Somebody sent me a meetup request for exactly the same time as what I'd arranged mine for. I hadn't responded to that request because I had set my own meetup up. So when I log into Zwift and it says, do you want to join the meetup? It sends me to the one that I haven't responded to rather than the one that I've actually created. And it's taken me 3 times of restarting Zwift to figure that out. I was like, why am I in London? I'm sure I'll put the course in France. So anyway, we've got about 2.5 minutes before it starts. I'm hoping to get on my own meetup. If I don't make it, hope you had a good time, guys. If I do, then, well, we'll find out soon. Never fear, it's working, it's fine. There must be about 20 people here. Honestly, it has blown me away, the response to this. Hopefully we can all just bounce off each other, have a good ride, have a bit of social, and get this 1 hour zone 2 session done. Honestly, it has made me a little bit borderline emotional. I'm not going to cry on screen, don't worry. Yeah. Check these legends out. So the actual training session for me is just 1 hour, probably not even in zone 2, just dead easy. So working on what I can, whilst I'm physically not feeling 100%, I'm going to work on TT position whilst also typing away to you guys. So I'll be like this. It's another skill. Anyway, better get cracking. I've had this watt bike 2 years and I've literally just figured out how to use this as a device holder. It's actually excellent. I've not figured this out before. Anyway, good chat, just trying to keep in some sort of TT position. I've had to go a bit wider to get this mount on, but yeah, it's not the end of the world. Oh, I'm getting so strong for my strength though, I just pulled my GoPro mount off the bottom of my GoPro. Anyway, you bunch of legends that came out tonight on the 1 hour zone 2 ride. Absolutely excellent to see so many people on the ride, it's great. Same time next Monday if anyone's interested, 6 PM, 1 hour from 6 PM, you do whatever session you want. Anyway, I'm gonna get a shower change, I'm gonna have a quick look at my last week of training, look what went well, what didn't go well, and how we're going to plan this week. Let's go. Okay, so Liz would rather not be seen. Do you need any ham with tea, Liz? Have we sort of got it bread out for you? You okay?
No thanks. I think it's best that I do it.
Yes, it is best that you do it. I've even made the effort to put a t-shirt on tonight, not be dressing gown down, so let's have a look at last week's training. Okay, so let's have a look at this week's training. I would normally try and tidy my training peaks up a bit before I do this sort of thing. However, I thought it best just to keep it real and show you the mess that it is, because that's what it ended up like. And I think that's why I sort of didn't do exactly what I wanted to plan. So if we start from Monday, steady run, that was it. Recovery day, and then I had a webinar in the evening. Tuesday, did a club ride because it was the Tuesday, Wednesday were the last club rides before lockdown. So I sort of disregarded planned training. Club ride Tuesday night, that was quite hard, so I didn't want to run the daytime. Wednesday, I did do a steady run at lunch, and then the evening, I did another club ride. The club ride on Wednesday was a bit harder, I think, than Tuesday. You look at the training stress, 102 versus 80, and from memory, yes, it was harder. Now there, you see that red session, alternating mid-base / tempo. Optional sessions, what I've done is, I haven't quite, you can drag and drop them together on Training Peaks and like merge the sessions, but I haven't done that, so I wanted to show you. I did the club ride basically instead of that session. So this session should be 5 minutes endurance, 5 minutes tempo. Now, although the club ride was probably a bit harder than that, it wasn't a million miles away from that session. So I sort of see that as hitting the same sort of like workout type. Thursday, just a tempo sort of treadmill workout in the evening. Long day, busy day, so I struggled to get a run in. Friday was the, what was that? Oh, okay, that was a tempo effort. So you can see here, the planned session was 12 minutes tempo, 10 minutes tempo, 8 minutes tempo in TT position. Now, if my math serves me correct, that's 28 minutes in tempo. So we had a club like segment challenge, so like a 45-minute segment that you do as fast as you can. So I got the TT bike out and I did that at tempo for 45 minutes. So I did like 15, 16 minutes longer than needed or longer than planned, but I did a tempo workout. So I sort of feel that is not a million miles away from that tempo session. Saturday, what was this? This was a steady ride with Liz. So the actual session that it should have been a endurance warm-up and then 30 minutes tempo. Now, because I'd had a harder ride than planned on Friday, I wasn't worried about doing that tempo session on the Saturday, because I'd done more tempo than initially planned. So I just had a steady ride with Liz. To see that 66 training stress score, normalised power 197. That's pretty much bottom end zone 2 for me. So that was, still a decent endurance ride. It wasn't like it was a wasted ride at all. It was nice and it was lovely to get out. And then Sunday, it was a day that my Di2 packed up in the middle of the Peak District. So I don't know if you can see the map on here anywhere or not. Yeah, basically I cycled out, got to there, and then my Di2 packed up. So eventually got home thanks to a lift from Liz. That was pretty hard up until we stopped. So that was just a classic club ride, zone 2 tempo on the flats, and then like tempo / threshold / VO2 max on the hills. And that was it. So a lot of cycling. So 11 hours and 5 minutes of training. Training stress score 565. 9.5 hours on the bike and 162 miles on the bike. All real world miles on, nothing on Zwift. And then only an hour and a half running and 11.7 miles running. So my weekly review I put in every week, and I try and keep this as brief as I can. I simply put too much cycling, not enough running, which is, I'm sure you might agree, exactly it. So looking ahead to this week, I've got a lot more running planned, subject to me not being completely under the weather. But I think I'll cover tomorrow's training plan, this week's training plan tomorrow. So I'll leave today's video there. Thank you very much for watching. I'm not going to harp on about it, but it's absolutely blown me away a bit, the amount of people who came to that ride earlier. I know we're in lockdown and that, but I think I don't realise the reach this channel has, and times like that really make me think, oh wow, there's actually people who watch this video. So thank you very much, and I will see you tomorrow at 4 PM. Subscribe if you haven't already.